All right. So now we're going to do this one, a JSON Web Token signature, which is real common on the internet and a good thing to get practiced with. So we connect to Crappy, we go to the login page, we log in, and we have a bearer token. We've already done all that before in the previous project. We got to the bearer token. So that was right here. We logged in and caught a request that loaded something back here. After I've logged in, if I do a get, let's see, here's sign up, here's login, and these gets that load things afterwards, like the things that get the community post should do, yep, there's the bearer token. Every request that I send after I've logged in pretty much has to have this token to prove who I am, I've logged in, and show things from that point of view. So I can just copy that token, and I've got it to play with. So now that we got that token, you can understand it if you use this website, which is very handy. This website decodes web tokens. It has a demonstration token here. Let me make this bigger. All right, but I'm just going to paste in mine, delete that, and put in mine. There we are. And so this token is just a blob of base64 encoded stuff, not really encrypted. And it's the first thing you have is the algorithm. So some kind of 512-bit hashing algorithm is used. Here's the data. SAM my user ID, email is here, and a couple other facts about me. Some expiration date, and I think some startup date, valid between those dates. Those are Linux epoch times. And then you have to have secret to verify it. And if you know the secret, you can verify the signature. The signature is a hash value with a private secret included, and that's how it can tell if this was really created by their app. And if you have a long, strong password type secret, then nobody can forge tokens because it'll check and verify, and it won't verify because you don't know the right secret to create the signature. And see here, it put in secret, and secret you can see is not, that's down here, I guess. And so that secret there is, it's failing the validation. If I put password, it's failing the verification. It's going to keep failing until I find the right secret word. That's what's going on here. So, we've seen that. Okay. So now we're going to crack it. We're going to use Python 3, and we're going to make a word list. You know, rather than searching through thousands of secrets, we got a list here of about 20, and one of these is the right answer, just to make it easy to do. So let me go to my Linux machine and nano words list, and put in those words just so I've got them. And then I'm going to use Python 3 and install this stuff. We'll see if it gives me junk about having to. No module named pip. Well, I think that's sudo apt update. And then sudo apt install python pip, I'm pretty sure. And if you don't know that, you could always ask a search engine or AI to tell you how to install it, but it is Python pip. Nope, maybe it's Python 3 pip. Yeah, it's Python 3 pip. Okay. Did it recently, didn't really remember the details. So that's going to put it on there. Pip is the package manager for Python. And once it's on there, then I should be able to do this, install something with pip. And okay, now this is giving me the externally managed stuff, and that is a true fact. I haven't got it in this project, but when you have that happen, there is a thing you're supposed to do called making a virtual environment. And I've got it in a project. My more recent projects have it here, because this is the modern thing. By the way, this is a good thing, because if you make, if you keep adding libraries and stuff to your Python, you mess it up, and the libraries contradict other projects. So it's better to make a virtual environment for each project. And that's what you can do with venv. And I've got that here in 5.13 there. So if that happens, you do this, Python 3 minus m venv. This will create a virtual environment in a folder called venv. This will activate the virtual environment like a virtual machine, but it's much simpler. It's just a virtual environment just for Python. And now it has this venv over here saying I'm in a special environment. Now I can install things with pip. Modern versions of operating systems will no longer let you just install things right in the root installation of Python because they've learned that it just makes a mess. And so you do it this way, and now it'll install stuff because it knows you're not messing up the root installation of Python. So now I got those things installed. Now I do wget to get the tool I need called JWT tool, which is a hacking tool that will just try to crack the JSON web signature just trying a bunch of words. So now I just run the tool, Python 3 JW tool, and no module found called rate limit. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so something has changed, and let's see if we can figure out how to do this. Python 3, this is what happens constantly, a lot of debugging. No module found in rate limit. I assume we need to do Python pip install rate limit. Yep, pip install rate limit. Okay, I could have guessed that. So I'll go back to Python pip install. We should just add rate limit to this list. Rate limit. All right, now it should run this thing, and it does run this thing. Okay, and it doesn't complain or anything. Good. All right, so there's the couple of workarounds, and I'm hopefully going to remember to add those to the instructions, but this stuff happens all the time. You sort of get used to it. When you get stuck, just copy the error message into a search tool and let AI tell you what to do. That works pretty well. So now we can get the help message, and there it is, showing all the parameters and such. And here's the particular attack. I want to run it here on that token and use my word list. I called it word list instead of words.txt. So this, just Python the tool. Okay, and now I got to put in the bearer token, which is here in burp. Copy. There. And now it's dash C dash D. Okay. Minus C minus D word. I think I called it word list. If I did, this should work. And I found the key. All right, good. So it was just really fast because it only had to go through like 10 guesses. So that's how it works. All right. And that's what I wanted to show you. And now you can forge a JWT. Now that you have the right token, you can take this page and put in the correct token. I think it was just crappy. Yep, now it's valid. So now I can verify that that thing is valid because I have the right secret. And therefore, I can now generate a new one. I can change the email address to this. Now I can forge anyone I want. Now that I know the token, the secret, I can become anybody I want. So I can change that email address to this other one. Oh, it's not letting me edit it. How rude. Let's see. Check my instructions. Enter the secret. In the payload data, change the email address. Well, that would be up here. Maybe they've changed this page so you can't change the payload data, or I have to hit an edit button or something. JSON. It won't let me change it anymore. How rude. But there's copy and clear down here. Enable autofocus. Do I have to do something to edit? Well, this is annoying. What is a claims table? All right, can I change it here? No. Enable autofocus. Does that help? Won't let me edit it. There isn't an edit button or anything. Well, the second half of this might be a big problem. I'll have to work on that. I don't know what's going on with the second half. It looks like, unfortunately, they've changed this web page so you can't edit things anymore. Let's see if AI has an answer for this one. How can I edit the email on this page? Cannot be used to edit an email address. JWTs, no. That's not helping. Decode, verify, and generate tokens. Okay, they claim you can generate tokens here. Is it possible to edit a token Yes, with the JWT editor extension, this page claims you can edit, yep, and generate tokens. Okay, for your protection. Okay, so how do I edit it? It says I can edit, but I don't see any way to edit. All right, how do I generate a JSON? Decode, verify, and generate a token. Paste to JWT. Encoding format. I was able to change this part, but it won't let me change any other. I can change this part, though. I can change that, okay. But, yeah. Well, you know, you can do, you don't really need this thing. You can do it in Burp. And that is one way to do it, and I think I'll just demonstrate that. See, the point is the first part here, if you look up here, let me go to the one that's showing my actual token. Here, okay. Only the first part of this controls this email address. So I can find the part that does. See, down there's the signature verification, and there will be a delimiter here. It might be the periods. It might be the dashes. I think it might be the dashes. So let's see, this would be the signature. So if I change that, the signature should no longer be valid. That's right. And if I keep deleting stuff, then it's gonna, there, I think it's the dash. Their signature verification failed. Now if I keep deleting stuff, I'm gonna be changing this stuff, I think. No, I'm still in the signature, okay. We're gonna find, it's color-coded. The blue part is the signature. It's the period. The period is the delimiter. Okay, so you can just delete the signature entirely, and you're here, and that means this part here, up to the period, is the base64 encoding of that information. That's what I need. So I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna fix it in Burp. So in Burp has a decoder. Okay, I can paste that stuff in here, and decode as base64, okay, and now I can take this and I can encode as base64, and now I can change it. So I wanted to change this to some other email address, which was from my instructions. If I can find the right tab. This one. Well, I was trying to change it to this, POG something. Okay, that's what I want it to be. Copy, okay. So I should be able to put that in here. Yep, there. And so this is now the correct base64 for that address. So I copy that, and I go back to here, and I paste that in instead of this stuff. I delete that and paste in that. And now I've got, okay, now I want to generate the signature. This tool supports that uses JP Compact, so I think you get rid of that. There it is. There's the POG stuff. Now, how do I generate the signature? Enter the secret used to sign, okay. There's a period. Now there should be a signature. And there should be some way to generate it. Generating, let's see, I'm going to copy this. I'm not finding any button to generate it anymore. So I can't understand this page. It claims you can generate it, but there don't seem to be any way to generate. One more try. It claims, how do you generate JT? Okay. How to, I'm getting close. How to generate a token signature at this page. There used to be a button. They've hidden the button somewhere. Select the algorithm from the drop-down menu. There's supposed to be an algorithm drop-down menu. I sure don't see it. Close these things. Does anything good happen? JDiv web token. It sounds to me like they've broken this web page and it's not going to work anymore. Okay, well, I'll have to update the project even when I find an alternative. Let's see if there's a good one. I'm here, so I'm going to finish this project. Online. Yeah. You find some way to do it? Because I can't figure it out. Yeah.
Go there a little bit lower, JWP encode, right there, you pass it, go back, go up, right there,
And go encode it. Oh, thank you. Ah, good. You're wonderful. I appreciate the help. There it is. It's hidden on this tab. Thank you. So now, this is much better. Yeah, now this is great. Thank you. And then I should be able to, and there it is. I guess it happened automatically. Good. This is it. Good. Thank you. That's what I needed, a bit of help. I appreciate it. So now I got the right token here, there. And it automatically generated it, and it remembered the secret. So now I've got a properly signed token. And let's see what I have to do for the project, which is here. Okay, once you finally get it, you can use the forged token. You can go to the Get Identity dashboard and send it through. That's what I thought, and send it to the repeater. So you find the request that loaded the dashboard, which will be here. Okay. And that's a request that has a token, so you send that to the repeater. And now if I replace this token with the one I just made, then it should now know who I am. I should now be 200 okay. Okay. And then I should be able to see that I am somebody else here as I go down. Yep, there I am. I'm now Pogba, whoever that is. Good. So this was a horizontal privilege escalation, just what we were talking about before class started. I managed to impersonate another user. And if I knew the administrator's email, I could impersonate them too. So that's cool. Good. All right. So I'm going to stop this video. That's as